Every city has a sound, a heartbeat, a frequency so specific, so deeply embedded in its streets that you can close your eyes and know exactly where you are. Houston's sound was born in a bedroom. In the 1990s, a man named DJ Screw took music, ordinary music, and slowed it down, dragged it, chopped it, turned it into something hypnotic, something that felt like the Texas heat itself had gotten inside the speakers and refused to let go. What he created wasn't just a genre, it was a culture, a legacy, a living, breathing piece of Houston's identity that would echo for decades. DJ Screw died in the year 2000, but his bloodline did not. His name is RKM Legend, younger cousin to the pioneer himself, born into that lineage not by choice, but by blood. And in Houston, a city that treats legacy like sacred ground, that means something. It means everything. But here is where our story begins to get complicated. Because being connected to greatness and being accepted by the industry that profits from it are two very different things. And RKM Legend was about to learn that lesson in the most painful way possible. The year is 2018. RKM Legend is an emerging artist with a story most artists would consider a golden ticket. The cousin of DJ Screw, Houston in his DNA, the legacy written into his very identity. He needs one thing, a door. And then, through the quiet, deceptively simple scroll of an Instagram feed, he finds what looks like one. A man named Van Joe. Van Joe presents himself as a photographer, an A&R, someone connected to Don Toliver, an artist signed to Cactus Jack Records. The label helmed by one of the most powerful figures in hip-hop at that moment, Travis Scott. Now, let's be clear about what Cactus Jack represents in 2018. This is not just a record label. This is an ecosystem, a gravitational force, pulling in artists, producers, managers, and creators from Houston and beyond. To have a connection, even a peripheral one, to that world was considered a legitimate pathway. And RKM Legend believed he had found his. He invested time, he invested money, he invested trust. Perhaps the most dangerous thing you can invest in this industry. Into Van Joe and the promise of what that relationship could become. Development opportunities, placements, a real shot. But 2018 became 2019. And 2019 brought nothing. There was supposed to be a video shoot, a tangible, visible step forward, something RKM Legend could point to and say, this is real, this is happening. It was rescheduled, then rescheduled again. In this industry, there is a particular kind of silence that is worse than rejection. Rejection tells you something. Rejection closes a door. And when a door closes, you can't walk away. But this silence, the silence of a call that is never returned, a promise that quietly evaporates, a connection that simply stops responding. That silence keeps you standing in a hallway that may never have had a door at all. RKM Legend eventually moved forward without Van Joe. He found another filmmaker. He completed the project on his own terms. And then Van Joe disappeared entirely. No explanation, no confrontation, no conversation, just silence. For most artists, this would be a setback, a disappointment, a reason to readjust and rebuild. But this was only the beginning. Because what RKM Legend did not know yet, what none of us knew yet, was that Van Joe's disappearance was not the end of his influence. It was only the beginning of it. After Van Joe, RKM Legend goes deeper, not outward toward the industry mainstream, but inward into the underground pulse of Houston, the scene that operates below the surface, the scene that, in many ways, is the real Houston. He reaches out to an artist known as Number 9. Through that connection, he discovers a manager, a man named Marcus Ekby, associated with a collective called the Go-Getters, formerly known as the Agency, a tight-knit group of Houston artists operating in their own lane, building their own thing. And then there is Fred on the beat, a producer who opens another door, this one leading toward Sauce Walker, one of Houston's most respected street figures. Through Fred, RKM Legend meets Sauce Brazy, an artist from the TSF collective. Frequently in Sauce Walker's orbit, one connection leading to another, and another, and another. This is how Houston works. This is how it has always worked. Not through boardrooms, not through corporate meetings, but through relationships. Through trust built in studios, on sets, in parking lots at midnight. And for a brief, electric moment, it was working. 2 tracks were recorded. Atlanta, with Sauce Walker himself. Bears and Deers, with Number 9. Real songs, real collaborations, real progress. RKM Legend had done what so many artists failed to do. He had built something from the ground up, with no label support, no industry cosign, no safety net, just talent, persistence, and relationships forged through genuine connection. And then, in the year 2020, at a video shoot for a Go-Getters artist known as Number 3, RKM Legend looked across the set and he saw Van Joe, the man who had gone silent, the man who had made promises and then disappeared, the man connected to Travis Scott's world, the very world that represented everything RKM Legend had been working toward. He was standing there, alongside Marcus Ekby, the same Marcus Ekby who managed Number 9, who managed the Go-Getters, who had become one of the most important relationships in RKM Legend's underground network. They were together, connected, and then, as if the universe needed to make itself perfectly clear, Sauce Walker stopped responding. Right after that day on set, right after RKM Legend saw Van Joe standing inside the very world he had spent years rebuilding from the ground up. And both songs never got cleared. Not Atlanta, not Bears and Deers. 2 records that existed, that had been recorded, that had real names attached to them, names that carried weight in the city and beyond. They were never released, never cleared. No paperwork signed, no green light given. They simply sat there, in the dark where finished things go, when someone powerful decides they should never see the light. This was no longer about a video shoot that got rescheduled, no longer about a connection that faded, no longer about the ordinary disappointments that every artist absorbs on their way to something real. The pattern was too precise, too consistent, too quiet to be an accident. The question was no longer what had happened to his opportunities. The question was now, who made sure they would never come? My name is Elizabeth, and this is only part 1. Okay, as promised, if you got to this point of the video, I thank you, and I will reveal more about my identity. Like, how do I know all this information? Do I work with Cactus Jack Records? Am I an informant? Is there really a civil war brewing? Do I know David Stromberg? Do I know Shane Morris? And do I have a good relationship with Casey Hill? Well, the answer to all those questions are yes, and you all must now be aware that my real name is not Elizabeth. And of course, this is not my real voice, but best believe the information I speak is real. And for Mr. Travis Scott and all of his minions, well, I'm not going to say too much now, but just know that this is chess, not checkers.